Hello, everybody, and welcome into core training tonight. I'm not so sure what's up with the with Zoom tonight, but it's kind of glitching. So hopefully it will straighten out. But we're going to go ahead and get started tonight and hope you enjoy a great training. Tonight we're going to be training on how to get a new person on the right foot. So at this time, I'm going to turn the call right on over to Courtney, and she is going to share her screen and give us a little training tonight.
Okay. It says that I cannot screen share while the participant is sharing.
Crazy?
So you have to make me host them.
I have never had to do that before. I will make you co-host.
Okay.
But we will work through this. Okay. You are up.
Do you want to pull up the thing?
I will. Sure, I will. That'll be fine.
Thank you, because it's on my computer. Not that it's not on my camera, but since you already have it up, that'd be easier.
Okay.
Oh, now you're sharing. Okay. I'll talk through it.
Okay. Isn't that what you wanted me to do?
Yes, that's what I want you to do.
Good. Okay, I'm going to blow it up.
Perfect. So, this is from Super Saturday, the first Super Saturday that I went to. I forget where it was, but
that's okay. That don't matter, because you know what, Courtney? This is yours. You created this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Courtney, for doing all the background and all. And you take this on as your sister.
It is mine. It just was inspired by, let's say that. And but I just thought, I don't like how this person did it, but I would really love something like this when we sign somebody up, to make it easy for us just to walk through. And that way it's not, you know, when you sign somebody up, it's like, well, then I sent you this, and then I sent you this, and then I sent you this. Now it's all on one page. So can you blow that just a little bit more?
I'm going to blow it all up. I just wanted you to kind of give a forward.
So I just think that, and so the other team, not to, but they do this immediately. This is what they use all the time. So everybody is on the same page. As soon as they send somebody, okay. So to do, you get them to friend their upline on Facebook. So for myself and my team, friend Courtney, Joe, and Tanya Germanico Phipps on Facebook, and then download the partner.co share app, and of course download the boards, and I'm training, and send the team the boards. So who, you know how you do with your new person, send them the team boards. The other day, Sam and I sent Sam the Canadian board, and one time I sent Lisa the Mexican. So it's like, there's lots of things that you can help your team with. And so then you add to Facebook groups. So the Partner Up with PartnerCo on Messenger, the partner.co nation, and then the partner.co testimonials. I had 2 brand partners last week. They're like, I don't know that there's a testimonial page. And so it's really important that we do that every single time. Get them to a meeting or to Drop Talk, which now they have the researchmoa.com, and it has all the parties on there. And so there's options. There's places to send them. And
so Courtney, I'm going to butt in for a second.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Stick with where we're going to go back to the get them, you know, on meetings and all. But let's go back to the testimonials. Like you said, this is one of the very reasons that Courtney wanted to create this checklist of getting the first person started off on the right foot, because of this very reason. People didn't know about the testimonials. And so if you have a list to do Number one, it will keep you in the groove of going there and looking at the testimonials. Number two, they'll know what to do. And so this is just so thank you, Courtney, for coming up with this checklist. And I'm excited about it. So go ahead, keep going.
Okay, I'm cutting potatoes when I do this. Okay. It's food approved potatoes, by the way. Okay, explain about keeping a customer list. Let me tell you, Lisa McLaughlin, I know she's busy with her life and all the things. And so I don't think she's on right now. She has made the best customer keep up with on Google Sheets. And I bet if you messaged her, she would let you borrow that. It is a lifesaver. It is connected to the computer and to my phone. And so you can just continue.
Actually, I'm going to butt in there too. Actually,
Yeah.
I have that. And
Okay.
so if you just message me, if you don't have the spreadsheet, the Google Sheets, if you don't have that, you can message me and I can send it over to you what she created. Keep going.
Awesome.
I'm sorry. I know I'm going to butt in a lot.
No,
I've
please
already
say
warned
that.
Courtney about that.
It's okay. Okay. And so, but that's important, keeping a customer list. I have some people that I have not added, and then I'll be like, oh my goodness, I should follow up with that person. And it's just very handy. And it makes you know, like, you just always have something that you can be working with and not feel like you're just stuck. Okay, then
And
respond.
you know, when you have your customer list, like the call that happened with the renew, that would have been a great follow-up call for you guys to let all your customers know. And then pretty soon they may give, you know, I know that we're going to be having maybe a special on Black Friday. I know that November seems like it's a long way away, but it's really not. It's, you know, and so if you have that customer list, then um, then you will be able to go back and follow up with them. And if you have a new video, like what video was it? Oh, I know a great video to follow up with. So keeping the customer list is super important because people go through plateaus. And the other day, not far back, Todd Rowland did how to break through the plateaus. And so that would have been a great video. And if you have not done it, that's a great follow up to send to someone in your customer list that maybe has fallen off the wagon because maybe they said the drops didn't work or because they didn't follow the system. What I love about that video is because Todd Rowland says, if you cheat, you're not going to make it. And he says it, and it's not coming from you being their best friend and you chewing them out and saying, hey, you did not follow the list. Or, you know, he says, drink your water. And so it's taking the monkey off of your back and putting it into Todd's hands, that he tells them what they're doing wrong. Thank you, Courtney. Keep going.
Can somebody put that video into the chat?
I can. No, I will share it at the end. Yes. Or I'll share it on our group thing.
Okay. So your thing went away.
I know people are coming in. I'm back.
That's a positive, though.
Yes, that's a great positive. Yes, we have new members jumping on board tonight to get the training that you're training. So go on, Courtney. You got this.
Anya, can I interrupt for a minute? Can you make me co-host as well? And
I would love to. Yes, okay. Thank you. Yes, just a second. We're going to go back to do that. I started to ask, but.
And you didn't.
Okay. Now back to it.
Yep. Okay. So respond to questions and engage in conversation using board scripts. Again, it is all can be found on the boards. I am guilty of this also, where you're like, oh, I need to respond really quickly. And you respond with your words. And then you're like, oh, I don't know if I said anything right. It's on the boards. All the boards have the answers to all the questions. And so I think that's really important to emphasize engaging with conversations using the board scripts, because how you do it is how your team is going to do it. Like they will follow whatever you
Ooh.
do.
Okay, so Courtney, say that again.
What you do, your team is going to do. So if you
Absolutely.
are going not rogue, because we're all human and we just sometimes I'm like, I don't know, it really does work. The system really does work. If you do it on your own, then your person is going to do it on their own, and they're not going to they're going to do what they want to do. And so what you do, they're going to do. And so it's nice to be able to have something concise and keep everybody on the same page. Woody Hood is in the background also giving some advice. He's very good at this. Okay, so respond to questions and engage in conversations using board scripts. If you have questions about that, contact your upline. We will help you with that.
Absolutely.
Okay. And everything I learned from Tanya. So just saying. Okay. Priorities are training them on the boards. Again, it's just so important. And we forget things and have to go back and remind ourselves, and that's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to do that. It's good to refresh. And then help schedule the 1 week post on Facebook. Tanya and I were talking about this. It's a work in progress. It's a good idea to get them scheduled out for a week to where they know how to do it. Some people's phones will not schedule immediately. And so sometimes you have to be a little bit patient with it, but helping them to schedule a 1 week post on Facebook gets them started. And then they can start having interaction with people and selling drops online. Okay.
Hey, can you go back to get them and then the second one where it says schedule their own? Because that's important as well.
To schedule 1 week post on Facebook?
No, up to where it says get them to a meeting and drop talks in researchmower.com, because I interrupted you and you didn't say the second one and talk about that.
Can you scroll up then? Because I don't have any say on the screen.
You should.
I don't.
Get them to a meeting / drop talks. Yeah. And then in parentheses, researchmower.com.
Yeah. To meeting / drop talks, researchmower.com. Everybody is now putting all their parties on researchmower.com, where you can see all the parties that are happening in your neighborhood. They're going all over the place. So there are parties that you can attend, even if it's not your team, but you can get them to a party. Getting them their launch set up. We just always, when we were doing Limu, you just did their launch like immediately. Now I see some people not doing that immediately. It's totally up to that person, but I think the sooner you can get a person launched, the more you can get engaged with the business. And so the drop talks are scary to start because it's scary to do it on your own. It's good if you can do it with your team. If you're in a place where you don't have anybody, just have somebody like Tanya or somebody from another, like just whatever, make it work. But where you could do a Zoom drop talk or just something to where you can have a drop talk, hormones and health, and just start the system. It will grow when you start it, and your people will see it growing with you, and then it can just develop into a successful journey.
Business.
A successful business for everybody. But the drop talks, like Woody was in the hospital for a week, and then we were stuck in Louisiana for a week. So my drop talks were not for 2 weeks, but that's okay because now we're going to get started again. It's just something that you just need to begin. Todd has been saying on the IPA calls, your first meetings are going to suck. I know nobody likes that word, but I think it's a good word for emphasis. Like, it's going to stink. You may not have anybody come to your first drop talk. That's okay. Just keep going. And then the next time you have one person there, and the next time you have 10 people. Like, it just grows. And I think
can I tell y'all how many parties that I have drove hours to, and it be nobody at a lunch party, But then they got excited because we still had training and we still did things. And then it grew and grew and grew and grew and grew. And so just because nobody shows up for your first launch or your first drop talk party or your first whatever does not mean that you are a failure. It means
we've had nobody show up.
You know,
except keep going.
That's right. Just keep going. Good job. Thank you, Woody. All right, go ahead, Courtney.
Okay. Can I move down?
Yep.
Okay.
At the very bottom.
Okay, so at the very bottom, be excited. Just be excited about it. It is exciting. You guys are having awesome success. Everybody is there. It's very dramatic to say life-changing, but I believe life-changing when you can change scores on your blood work, or when you can go to bed and not have to take sleeping medication, or when you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's lives have been impacted by our products and our community and our system, and being able to make money with this. Like, there's a lot of areas that you can be excited about, even if, say, your drop talks don't have a bunch of people coming, or maybe you've had a negative. There's still things to be excited about. And so just be excited about it. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Like, we're thankful people. And so number 2, introduce them to your team leader. I have not been great at that because I forget that that's a script where you can put them on a texting line. I think that's really cool and important. So that is also another thing on boards, that you can get that script when you first start your new people out, to where they feel supported. I never talk to anybody without somebody else on the line. So I guess that is kind of like that, but I don't think it is it's effective when you're sharing with people, but when you're getting people started, for them to feel supported. Y'all, and she doesn't want to do anything right now with the business, but she has had a really good success with the product, and like, she loves the product so much. And this lady when I got Tanya on the phone with her to congratulate her on her first 5 pounds, she sent me a thank you note for the support. That I was crying. I'm telling you, it matters to people to feel supported, especially when they've not been having success with anything else. And now all of a sudden this is working. And so, that's a really good tool on the scripts. It gives you the words where you can add somebody to your line of talking. Check in daily / weekly on team. Lisa Slade said something the other day when she was training, and she said, everybody has a different personality, and not everybody wants to be checked on every day or once a week. I have people like that too. I get it. So as you get to know your droppers, and as your community grows, it's like Lisa was talking about, it's good to be somewhat intuitive about that, and try to be mindful of the person that you're talking to, but keep that communication going. Tanya's really good about saying, build the relationship with that person. Like, you don't have to talk about drops all the time. And it's been 4th of July and there's been fun things going on, or somebody has somebody sick in their family. Like, just build those relationships with people to where they are in communicado with you and trust you when you're talking about the drop stuff with them. And I think that, like, I could do it for 24 hours a day, because you could there's just so many people to be talking to. That's not healthy. Do other things too. Because you'll get just a little bit burnout. But help teach how to track customers and follow up with customer brand partners. I think that is the same thing, kind of, don't you, Tanya?
I do.
Yeah. Just
we can tweak some of this later.
I think that's emphasizing. I don't think it's bad to have it on, but just to emphasize, like, teach people how to talk to people. Boards has the scripts on there to talk to people. So, and now there's a couple scripts that I'm like, I don't know if I want to talk to them about that. Like, you just know your customer, you know your people, you know if it's time or not, but trust the system. Okay. Okay, explore trends. Samantha Alf is on here right now. I requested that she be a teacher of how to do TikToks for one of the Sundays. She's doing really good. Reese Antley talked about that at convention, or maybe one of the Super Saturdays. It's effective. I see other people doing TikToks and they are effective. Now, I don't know how to do them. I haven't started doing them. It is overwhelming to me. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to, but that's just a trend that's happening right now that people are using to the benefit of their business. Instagram, another thing. I was born a couple years too late, like 2 years too late to be a millennial where I get all the Instagram stuff. I like Instagram. I just don't know yet. That doesn't mean I'm not going to, but those are two trends that I see a lot, and people are actually trending more to the TikToks and Instagram over Facebook. And so I think that those are worth exploring with your team as you train them. Okay. Focus. The follow-up is as important as the sale. Follow-up. What is the saying? Hey, Del, Woody wants you. What is the saying? Fortune is in the follow-up. It's important because people do fall away if you don't pay attention to them. Not stalking them. Do not stalk them. But pay attention to them. Like their stuff on Facebook, like their things going on. I like the idea with your drop talks because I am a relational person and I love to do things with food. And so Ruby, one of our teammates, loves brunches. And so we're going to explore a brunch for customer appreciation. I just think there's different things that you can do to make things interesting where you're not getting bored with the process. Don't follow what I do if you don't want to. I'm just giving that as an example. But follow-up is as important as the sale. Remain above the drama. Remain above the drama. Remain above the drama. Don't get sucked in. Put your blinders on. This is also, let's see, remain above the drama and don't compare. I think don't compare is one of the ones that we said on here. Oh yeah, it is. Remain above the drama and don't compare. It's so easy, especially with IPAs, because you have different teams with different experience, with different neighborhoods, with different demographics, with different professionals. Like you just have different people talking about different things. Don't compare. Remain above the drama. Put your blinders on and just do the next thing. Just keep moving. Just persistent and consistent. Just keep going and you will be successful. Just don't get lost in the gutter because it's easy. It is easy. Okay, so again, always complain upline. Don't complain to your people because then that sets a trend and it causes, hey Woody, really? That sets a trend of where people are just negative, and you don't want negativity to creep in because that will build and then you will develop a system that you do not want to happen. And it's hard because life happens. And so just go up, complain upline. I complain to Tanya a lot and other upline people, but specifically Tanya. Come to Courtney or Tanya. Oh, there it is. Tanya, for anything, never guess, always ask. We are always available. So always ask. Follow the leader. That I remember from our Limu days. Follow the leader. I just do what Tanya does. I just do what Todd Rowland does. If somebody is successful with something, I just do that. I don't know how to do it. I learned how to do it, but I just do what they do because they're being successful with it. And so then I'm just going to try it. If it doesn't work for me, that's fine. But just follow the leader. And when Tanya tells me to jump, then I just say how high because she and Pat and like all the upline, but I just don't try to make it about me. I try to make it a growing experience to where I don't get frustrated when the process feels like it's kind of at a standstill. And so, young parents stay positive, teach how to track this. Okay. Stay positive. Again, stay positive, stay positive, stay positive. I think that our team is really good at staying positive because I see scriptures and inspirational quotes all the time on people's pages. So everybody's doing a really good job at staying positive. Reminder, teach how to track customers. I think we covered that kind of. So we are teaching you right now how to track customers. By having this sheet, this is how you're teaching your people how to track customers. By having the Google Sheets, that's how you're helping your people learn how to track their customers. Help them convert customers to brand partners. The IPA calls talk about that all the time. How to convert from customer to brand partner. They're on the boards. Conversion scripts are on the boards. Talk to your upline if you have questions about that, but it's all there for us to learn from. But help your people to learn how to convert their customers to brand partners. So affirmations: I am balanced, I am loved, I am capable. Oh, Mama Pat said it's okay to be ghosted. It is. And what I've learned, I'm going to jump off the affirmations for a second. What I have learned is when people feel like they're failing at the drops, or they feel like life is getting too much, they will ghost you and they will stop talking to you. But that doesn't mean that they're not still watching you. That doesn't mean that they don't appreciate an encouraging word. That doesn't mean that they don't appreciate that you're praying for them. Like, you can still be involved with the ghoster people because you know that you're awesome, and why would anybody ever want to ghost you? So don't. It's okay to be ghosted. That doesn't mean they don't like you. Just means that life is just becoming a little bit too much for them. Sometimes. I am balanced, I am loved, I am capable. Extend my tents and guide my footsteps. I choose health, I choose healing, I choose life, I choose myself and my family and my friend. You know what I'm saying? But you are highly capable of doing this. It's just one day at a time, one step at a time, persistent and consistent, and it really does work. It really does work. Okay, I think, and then our phone numbers are on there.
Great job, Courtney. I'm telling you, you did a fine job of explaining it the whole 9 yards. So thank you very much. At this time, I am going to quit sharing. I'm going to, let's see if I can figure that out. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to stop the recording.